and another cold cut, giving, of course, all honor and all glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashim Mashiach wa Malak Yabashai. Honors to the elect elders of the house of David that's been in this truth for decades and decades, patiently waiting for the second coming of Mashiach Yabashai. The hardy, mighty, shalom, men of the Most High God who are out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth, magnifying the ministry, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. A hardy, mighty, shalom to all of the men that may not be out there on the highways and byways as of yet, but they're working on it. They're getting built up in the spirit. They're praying, they're fasting, they're studying, they're being diligent and abounding in the work of the Lord. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all of the aquath out there, the sincere sisters out there, holding it down in the households, reverencing their husbands, being submissive and diligent, and moving in the spirit of our righteous foremothers, and those who may not be married or those that tend upon the Lord without distraction. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to the ancient men, the children, and the elect of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Going into this quick topic, the topic of this cold cut is you're thrown in a FEMA camp. What should you do next? Right? You're thrown in a FEMA camp. What should you do next? We know that persecution is ramping up. We understand that there are laws that are set to be put in place to take the men of the Lord off of the highways and byways. There are prophecies, more importantly, set up by Yahweh Ba'ashmi Abashai, pursuant to Revelation chapter 12 and 17, Daniel chapter 12 and 1 on down, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, 68 on down. There are prophecies that Yahweh Ba'ashmi Abashai has put in place that actually foretell the men of the Lord and those that are in his truth being delivered up, taken captive against their will, against by the military, the army or the National Guard or however, whatever special task force that they set up to try to stop the men of the Lord from doing his work, right? And this is prophecy, man. A lot of people say, well, no, that's a conspiracy theorist. Nobody has ever actually seen these FEMA camps. You know, that's a part of somebody's imagination. And no, these things are biblical, man, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be written, right? This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils. Right, and shalom to everybody tuning in live. Shalom Williams, Princess Nikia, Rapid Fire, Vernon Brody, Harmless as Doves, Q the Brew, Macab, Shalom King, M. Williams 64, and everybody else tuning in and that will tune in. Lord willing, right? This St. Matthew chapter again, 10 and verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. So certain men will deliver you up, man. Rather it's your relatives, or rather there are people at your job, or people, your neighbors who always hear that shofar blowing, or that truth music. You know, your neighbors, they see you coming out with fringes on, or they might have saw you at the school, and people in your community, or like I said, yeah, it could be your own mother, man. It could be a wicked Israelite, you know? It can be anybody. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up, right? Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. So you will be delivered up, man. Rather these devils take you and put you on a mystery bus, man. Put a black bag over your face, handcuff you, tie you up, give you a damn number, throw a damn a jacket on you, man. A prison outfit with a barcode and a serial number on it that says 239354. You know, they strip away your identity. They beat you down. You're bruised up and bloody inside that bag because you was resisting and calling on the name of the Most High. They said, stop calling on Yahweh. Stop calling on Yahweh Shai. And they was beating you upside the back of the head with the damn gun, man. You know, you're going to be delivered up. Rather you're brought before an office, a gymnasium, an actual prison that they actually, when you watch that movie, there's a movie, I believe it's called, is it Unthinkable with Samuel L. Jackson, you know, and they actually turned the elementary school to a FEMA camp. They turned the elementary school to a FEMA camp for this alleged terrorist who was setting up bombs throughout these different cities, you know. So they could take you to one of these schools, man. They turn these schools to whatever they want to turn it to, man. It's the same thing as a prison anyway. They'll turn it to a voting place to vote. They'll turn it to a prison. They'll do whatever they want to do. So you're going to be delivered up. before governors, right? Who's your governor? Who's your congressman, your senator? You're gonna have to appear before these men. All right, they may have you on your knees with your hands tied behind your back. Then they lift up that black damn bag off of your face, and you're looking around. And you try to figure out, and he says, "Look at me, boy." You know, and then they slap you around a little bit. That's what they did to our Lord Yahushua, man. So no, this is not a conspiracy. FEMA camps are real. Concentration camps are real. These prisons are biblical. Right? This Matthew Salakia, chapter 10 and verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. So you don't have to premeditate. You don't have to watch this video or this lesson and say, all right, I got something for him. I'm gonna write this grand speech out, man. I'm gonna double space it. I'm gonna, use some big words, and I think I'm gonna pull this precept to get on them. I'm gonna link it up with Revelation 13 and 10. And you don't have to meditate on these matters, man. When you're delivered up to these FEMA camps, it may be easy for you to think about what you're gonna say, but you don't have to meditate and brainstorm or come up with some grand speech. You're gonna have to let the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit work in you. And the Most High is gonna give you words that are more justified than the words that you can never think of. Right? See, a lot of people, they want their day before the judge. And people even in prison now, they're studying law books and they're determining what they could say. And I want to stand for myself. I'm my own lawyer. And you're not going to be your own lawyer, man. Right? You're going to have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Let's read that again. Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what it shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what it shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So the Most High is going to be talking through the men of the Lord, man. What do you think happened when Yahushua got delivered up? You think that was him saying a few words that he said? When Paul got delivered up and he put the Pharisees against the Sadducees, the Most High did that, man. When Stephen got delivered up in Acts, the 6th chapter, the 7th chapter, all of that testimony he gave from the history of Israel all the way to that moment, the Most High had him remember all those names, all those dates, man, all of those places, all of the works of our forefathers. That was all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 2. Right? This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. Right? So again, this is not a conspiracy, man. This isn't fear mongering. This is the reality. It's what you signed up for, man. Now, is every single Israelite in the truth going to be thrown into a FEMA camp or concentration camp? No. The Most High has his lot according to what he has predestined. But these prophecies cannot be disannulled. Right? This is the book of Revelation, like I want chapter 2 and verse 10. Right? Revelation chapter 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see that? And you can't fear the things that you're going to suffer, man. Well, what are they going to do to me in there? What am I going to eat? What clothes am I going to have on? What water am I going to have? You can't sit there and start stressing about what's going to befall you. What if they torture me? What if it's dark? The Lord said, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. He didn't say that you might suffer. He didn't say that you could suffer. He said that thou shalt suffer. You will suffer in these prisons. Your mind may suffer. Your flesh may suffer. And if Trump, the Most High put a spirit on Trump, where he said that he's going to put a task force against the men of the Lord, man. And even if he's not in office, whoever, this prophecy can't be disannulled. So they have waterboarding, torture tactics, man. They have different devices of electrocution, right? And lights and sounds and psychological tortures that they do unto people, man. dismembering people and chopping off fingers. And, these people are trained. These people are trained by elite men to get men to fold under pressure. They'll have you hot, then they'll freeze you and have you cold. Then they'll shock you, then they'll act like they're drowning you. And they do these things, man. And they amp up the pain level and the tolerance the more that you rebel and the more that you hold on to the ministry and the truth and its words of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. There are devils that actually have to take classes on this, man. Here's their pressure points. Here, you can't shock them too much because they'll go into cardiac arrest. You can't drown them too much, they may go into shock. The freeze temperature has to be 35 degrees, not 31. 31, so they have to learn these things, man. Or how much pain the human body can take. How much suffering can a human body take before it goes into shock, before you receive or you have a heart attack, before you go through a stroke. They study these things, man. So you are going to suffer. To what extent, that remains to be seen, and only Yahweh Yahweh Shai knows these things, man. Right? It reads, let's read that again. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil. Who is the devil? The so-called white man. Is it talking about the spiritual demon Satan? No. It's Esau, the Edomite, if you can understand. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. Where are they going to get you from? From your homes? They're not going to pull you over. Okay, we're going to have to take you in and a fingerprint here. And no, they already know who you are, man. There may not even a need to damn fingerprint you. Take it and kind of roll your thumb this side. Put your fingerprint this side. And, hey, here's your visitor list. You're not going to have a visitor list, man. You're not going to have a commissary. Yeah, I need some money on the books. There ain't no money on the books, man. There ain't no recess. I'm going I can't wait till damn daylight, man. I can go out and kind of lift weights. And you bench pressing 50 pounds. That's not happening. There is no, I need to go out, I need to bench press 50 pounds. I need to, we playing spades, man. This is not television. What they got that, what is that, first, damn 30 days in or whatever these TV shows they got, man. So you're going to be cast into prison. Brother, they get you from your home. They catch you while you're a pilgrim on the earth. You get caught out there. It says that ye may be tried. So the purpose of it is to try you, to test you. You're going to be tested. When you try somebody, you test them. You see what they could take, how much they believe in something. How far are they willing to go for a cause? What money can be thrown in front of their face to get them to sell out? How much pain they could take? How much torture they could take? How much separation can they take? What happens if you kill their loved one in front of their face? What are they going to do? People, they're going to push you to the limits. You're going to be pushed to a point that you've never been pushed for, man. And you're going to be tested. This is the real deal. And in case you have tribulation, 10 days, right? What is 10 days? An indefinite amount of time. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So you have to be faithful. You have to remain faithful in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And the first thing that every brother should do is call on the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That is the first thing, the primary thing that should be done is when you are delivered up and you come to your senses, you should not sit there. Don't sit there and wait on your elder. Where's my elder at? Right? Where's my bishop? Where's my deacon? Where's my captain? Right? Where's my officer? Right? Where's my lieutenant? Surely he will save me. Surely Deacon John. No, they're not going to save you, man. They can't save you. Only the Most High can save you. That's Deuteronomy 29 and 29. No man shall save thee. Before I get to some Proverbs, let's go to Micah chapter 7. See, a lot of men, you're going to be looking for your elder to save you. I need my favorite teacher to save me. My counselor to save me. Right? A lot of people, you're going to be looking to call the police, man. Can I use the phone? Can I use the phone? No, you can't use the phone, right? They'll beat you with that phone, right? This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 4. Actually, I want verse 5. Micah 7 and 5. Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. So you can't trust in a friend. Now, where's this brother at, man? This brother always give me the precept. I know he's going to save me. If you are thrown in a FEMA camp or a concentration camp and all you're thinking about is flesh and blood to save you, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. If you're looking to get a phone call to call the fire department so they can get a ladder and get you from the top floor, you're not going to make it. You're looking to call the hotline, man. 911. Please save me. I've been thrown in a FEMA camp. They'll play that on speaker, man. They might even mock you and pick up the phone and say, yeah, how can I help you? Right in front of your face, man. So these matters are true. You cannot trust in a friend. I can't save you. Nobody on this comment board can't save you. Only the Most High can save you. Let's go to Proverbs, the 3rd chapter. Right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 3. So these are things that are going to befall us in the near days to come. And we have to speak on these matters, man. We have to speak on prophecy, and we have to speak on what's going to happen to us in the days to come. Being in this truth comes with a price. Right? Teaching this word comes with a price, man. And you have to count the cost. Doing the work on the highways and byways, going on Instagram, watching these lives, making these accounts, changing your bio to things that pertain to the truth and the tribe of Judah or Benjamin or Reuben, and all praises to the Most High and alms and all of these things, it comes with a price. Right? These things come with a price. This is Proverbs chapter 3, and I want verse 25. Right? Proverbs chapter 3 and 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For Yahweh shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. So, a lot of brothers, man, you may have that sudden fear. You're going to be in the flesh. Your heart may be pounding in your chest, man. I don't know, what's going to happen. And, even the Apostle Paul said, without were fightings, within were fears, paraphrasing. A lot of our forefathers, they were put into straits, and they were distressed. For a man not to ever be distressed is a man that's an angel. Every brother deals with stress, man. Even David was distressed. Even Yahushua said in Matthew 26, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me, paraphrasing. So you may be distressed, man. Your heart may be beating. You can't control that. You've never been in this moment before, man. You may feel like you got to throw up, man. You may be sweating. But you can't. You have to remember these precepts. That's why the precept says, be not afraid of sudden fear. Sudden fear is when things are unexpected. When they kick your door down, that's sudden fear. When you're thrown in the prison camp and you wake up from being unconscious, that's sudden fear. Right? It's not something that you can predict. Like when you're about to give a speech or you're kind of nervous. That's not sudden. You knew that this was going to happen. Sudden fear is when these things befall you and you're in straits and you're stuck between what they call a rock and a hard place, man. You might be in this damn cell and nobody's going to be there but you. You're not going to be around your camp, man. Or the brotherhood. Or that brother that you close with. You're not going to have your Bible. You're not going to have your apocrypha, man. Your flashcards or your highlighters. All you're going to have is what you have, which is the spirit. And the level of faith that you have, man. Right? You're not going to be, let me look up the concordance. What was that precept? Be not afraid of sudden fear. Was that Proverbs? You're not going to, and you may not remember every book, chapter, and verse, but you're going to have to remember these precepts, man. Or you're going to be caught out there. You're going to be caught out there and you're going to have to deal with it. Go to Sirach chapter 51. So you're gonna be in that, you might be in that thing by yourself, man, for days, for hours, right? And you might hear screams, you might hear pain, you might hear gunshots, you might hear blades, swords and guillotine blades coming down and people's last cries. They may publicly display it, man. Y'all may be in this big room and they put it on a flat screen and everybody got to watch it. These are the things that the men of the Lord have to understand what can befall them. And if you're scared, then just say that, man. This isn't for the scared, man. This isn't for the for I don't know, and I don't know if I really want to do this now, and why is he talking about this, and why isn't he talking about the great debate that we're not. Hey, man, this is the reality, man. We got to push what's about to happen so the people can know what to do. The Lord said in Revelation 21:8, but the fearful, the unbelieving, and the abominable shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death, paraphrasing. So if you're scared, you're going to be destroyed. Straight up and down. Right? Let's go to Sirach chapter 51. If you are scared, and when I say scared, it's at a point where you don't trust the Most High. Oh, the Lord can't do nothing for me. Oh, woe is me. This is it. This was my last day. Oh, Lord, oh, just kill me. And that type of brother's not going to make it, man. Right? That brother will not make it. Let's go to Sirach chapter 51 and verse 7. It reads, then, I'm going to start at 7. They compassed me on every side, and there was no man to help me. I looked for the succor of men, but there was none. So certain men, you're going to try to look for men to help you, and they're not going to be there, man. You're going to be solo in this matter. Again, your bishop, your deacon, your elder, your captain, your priest, your officer of 3,000, of 40, they cannot save you. They're going to be in the same boat you in. It reads in verse 8, then thought I upon thy mercy, O Yahweh, Bahashmi Awashai, and upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee, and savest them out of the hands of the enemies. So when the prophecy says when Sirach, when he was looking for man and he was, in straits and he didn't know what to do, what was the first thing he did? He thought upon the acts of old. He thought upon when Daniel was delivered, man. And you're going to have to think about that, man. When Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael were thrown in a fiery furnace, he thought about these matters, how these men were delivered, man. He thought about how the Apostle Paul and Silas were cast into a prison in Acts, the 16th chapter, and the Lord loosened the prison. He thought about, or really, we're going to think about these matters. You're going to have to think about Acts, the 12th chapter, when the angel was sent down to bust Peter out of prison. You can't be thinking about, should I, I don't know, give not thy strength over to a woman. And that precept has nothing to do with this, man. The 7 heads, Greece, Rome, Spain. Brother, you're going to be destroyed, man. The knowledge of Greece, Rome, and Spain, right? France, Germany, and the 7 heads, they're not going to help you. Okay, the 70 weeks. Okay, I know the first, 539 BC, Cyrus, then 457, with Artaxerxes, and then 444 with Nehemiah. Brother, you have to think about what can save you in those matters. What did he say? Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord, and upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee. So you have to think about those precepts about being delivered. But another thing you have to think about is, look, I may get put to death for this, man. See, and you don't want to you want to have your faith that the Most High is going to deliver you. All praises to that, to Yahweh Bashmi Awashai for you having that. But you also have to be mindful that your deliverance is going to come by means of you dying for the truth. That's how certain men are going to be delivered. By enduring unto the end. Certain men are going to be delivered once their head is chopped off, man. Once they have been tortured to death. That's their deliverance. Being delivered from that body and being a partaker of the first resurrection. So you have to have that in your mind too. Because a lot of brothers, man, when you in that, you're going to be in that guillotine. Oh, Lord, how come you didn't save me? Lord, how come you didn't save me? Well, brother, you wasn't set up to be delivered, man. You were set up to die for this truth, to be a martyr. You were set up to be a martyr for this thing. Oh, Lord, why'd you do this to me? And you're going to be unfaithful because you didn't count the cost. Certain men are going to be delivered from these camps, man. And certain men, they're going to be put to death in these camps and be a partaker of the first resurrection. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 51, and I want to read verse 9. Then lifted I up my supplication from the earth and prayed for deliverance. I called upon the Lord, the Father of my Lord, that he would not leave me in the days of my trouble and in the time of the proud when there was no help. So what did he do? He called upon Yahweh. That's what you're going to have to do, man. You're not going to have your phone to call a brother, to hit the group chat. What should I do? I'm in a FEMA camp. What would you do? No, you're going to have to call upon Yahweh Ba'ashmi and pray that the Lord deliver you and that the Lord give you the strength to endure these matters that are going to befall you. Because you're going to be tried for 10 days, man. You will be tried for 10 days. Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, right? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, right? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 17, right? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 17. It reads, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Who's speaking right now? These elites, the men that you have been delivered up to. This is the counsel they're going to have. Let us see if his words be true. What are the words they're going to try to see that are true? Psalms chapter 50 and 15. They're going to try to see if Sirach chapter 2, 12 on down is true. Psalms chapter 62, 5 on down is true. The precepts about you being delivered, they're going to put it to the test. Let me see if the Most High is going to deliver them. Right? They're going to tempt the spirit, man. All of those precepts, Isaiah 14, 1 and 2, let's see if that's true. Revelation 13 and 10, Jeremiah 30 and 16, let's see if those precepts are true while you're in this FEMA camp. Right? So that they're going to try you, man. Let us see if his words be true. And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. So this is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the brother that's in his truth for vanity. You want to be seen. You want praise of men. Because you're not going to endure these times, man. You in this thing just for debate. You in this thing just for folly. You in this thing just to heap a great name into yourself. A lot of brothers really don't know why they in this thing, man. You in this thing because, it look cool, but you really don't understand. That torture could be your lot. To what extent this torture is going to be about, hey, that remains to be seen. Only the Most High know it. But they're going to torture you to see if you denounce the name of the Most High. Maybe they'll chop off a finger, man. Maybe they deal with electrocution, mind games, sounds, and mess your senses up, and waterboarding, and all types of things, man. Destroy your family in front of you to get you to break. Like I said, they're trained on how to know what the limitations of the body are. Verse 20, let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying, he shall be respected. So they're going to try you, man. Condemn you, beat you, and you have to remain faithful to Yahweh Ba'ashmiel Shai. And that FEMA camp might be cold, man. They might turn that temperature down to damn, 30 degrees. Or they might raise it up, man. It might be 30 degrees 1 hour. And then all of a sudden, it's damn 105 degrees in there. Then they turn it back cold again. Then they play, these sounds to try to get all in your mind. And then they might try to give you the only food you can eat is unclean foods. Are you going to eat today? You're still not eating hunt. They're not going to give you lamb and asparagus and, a steak, very well done, with mashed potatoes and gravy. You're not going to get these things, man. They're going to give you whatever they want to give you. And if your stomach start growling and you start getting faint and you start eating those unclean foods, you're going to get caught out there. And that's on you because you got weak. If you start denouncing the name of the Most High and his son Yahweh Shai, you got weak. If you start selling out your brothers, this brother, man, his real name is so-and-so. I think he's from the tribe of Judah too, right? He might be in this location because he was born over here. And you're going to be eating, you know how they get you, man? You eating all this damn food, man. They give you a damn cheesesteak, a deep dish, a hoagie, a stuffed crust pizza, man. And then you start singing like a bird, man. Licking your damn fingers. Then they take a damn gun out and say thanks for the information and blow your brains out. And now you're going to be a full damn demon, man. Right? A full-fledged demon. And you're going to be resurrected to be destroyed. See, a lot of men, it's easy now. You're making it now. Right? You're making it now, man. What you're going through, maybe your bills, your rent, maybe you pay your mortgages, or maybe you go through physical infirmities and, mental stress and pain and suffering and depression, and you're going through it now. But the ultimate test is going to be in those days. That's the ultimate test, the hour of temptation. Shalakia, let's go to Acts, right? Actually, let's go to 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, right? That will be the ultimate test in that day. Because I haven't made it. You haven't made it. That's what Ezra said in second Ezra to second chapter. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. So certain men, they're going to fold in that time. And other men, they're not going to have to fold. Huh? Right? This is 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. And I want verse 1. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but this 2 Maccabees, chapter 7 and 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken. You see that? And compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. So these men were taken, man. And their mother was taken. And they were tormented. You're going to have to go through torments and tortures. And this devil might whip you, man. He might beat you. Denounce the name of Yahweh. Denounce the name of Yahweh Shai. A 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, said that they're going to try to force you. You're going to be tied up, and they're going to try to force you to eat things offered unto idols, man. You're going to be strained against your will to eat food sacrificed to idols. And they may starve you out for a few days, man. They may flash commercials before you, man. They might eat in front of you. Throw some damn barbecue sauce and some damn the works on it and eat. They had this unclean food. Or it might be clean food, but it's dedicated to Satan. Here's some lamb dedicated to the spiritual demon Satan. Eat this and denounce the name of Yahweh Ba'ashmiel Shai, and I'll save your son. And they might have your son in front of you, man. Dad, Dad, save me, Dad, help me. Just eat it, Dad. You know? And they might slap your son in front of you, man. Or your daughter. You know? A daddy's little girl spirit. And you're going to have to count the cost, man. They may have your woman. They might pop your woman in front of you, man. You know? Torture your woman in front of you to see if you're going to fold. Grabbing all up on your woman in front of you. Take her by her hair, slam her on the table. You're going to be tried, man. In these days. Let's read verse 2. 2 Maccabees 7:2. But one of them that spake first, and these devils are sick, man. They are sick. They'll do some things that you can't even imagine to get you, to try to get you to break. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask, or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. So yeah, you're looking to be delivered, all praises, and you're hoping the Most High deliver you, and you know He sent an angel down, but you also have to be ready to die in that concentration camp. You have to understand that this could be your last days on the earth. Am I ready and willing to die? And that's the spirit to pray for. In the days of evil, may the Most High give you a bold spirit where you're ready to and willing to die, to give your life, like Eleazar in 2 Maccabees, the 6th chapter. Like these 7 brothers and their mother in 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter. Like Hananiah, Azariah, Meshach, or it's like Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael, who told the king, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. You want to be like Daniel. Well, you know the laws, and you still keep the law, and you get thrown in the lion's den, man. That's the spirit that you want to have. You got to be willing and ready to die. A lot of brothers just waiting for a chariot to just save you all the time. Not understand that, hey, that chariot is not coming for you, brother. You have to get your head chopped off. That's you. That's your lot. Is that everybody's lot? No. But you have to have this in your mind. This is part of counting the cost. And you will get beamed up in that chariot, but it's after you die for this truth. Certain men will have to die for this ministry. Certain men are going to be in that FEMA camp and they might get delivered, man. And call on Yahweh while Yahweh Shai that lot befalls that brother. But every brother can't bank on that. At the most, you have to be willing and ready to die for this truth. And if the Most High deliver you, all praises to the Most High for that deliverance, man. But that shouldn't take away from the mind and counting the cost in these days to come. Right? Let's go to Revelation. Actually, let's go to Sirach chapter 41. We're going to get a few more. And we're going to wind down. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 41 and verse 3. Right? Sirach chapter 41 and 3. It reads, fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh. So do not fear the sentence of death, man. Right? Do not fear the sentence of death. All we fear is the Most High. The Lord said it best. Fear not him that is able to destroy your body, but rather fear him that can destroy both your soul and body in hell. Right? Because if you denounce the Most High because you're being tortured, and you denounce the name of the Most High, eat food sacrificed to idols, go to hell off and commit all types of lust and wickedness, man, to save man's lives and to, save your wife and your children, to save your own life. It's at the expense of you being put to death and being destroyed upon the day of the resurrection. Right? Let's go to the book of, Revelation, chapter 20. Right? And these are good precepts, right? From Dinah, 2 Timothy 2 and 12. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he will deny us. Right? John chapter 14 and 6. From Shemuel ben Yah Israel, Yahweh Shah saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by me. Right? From Aliyah ban Yamyan, Matthew 24:16. Then let them which be in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take out of his house. Yeah, because, that's the third abomination of desolation, where these devils are going to come in your house, and you're going to have to see the signs of that coming, the military, the martial law, and you're going to have to make moves to be a pilgrim on the earth. Right? 2 Maccabees 6:30. I now endure sore pains in body, being beaten, but in soul I'm well content to suffer these things because I fear him. That's right. Let's go to Revelation chapter 20. Right? This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So men are going to get beheaded, man. It says, I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the word of the Most High. And that's what's written, man. I mean, you can't take away from certain things that are written. That's right. Amen. That's right. Okay, God bless. Okay. All right. Right? See that? So you can't take away from what's written. These are the things that are going to befall us, man. These are the things that are going to befall us. You got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. So brothers have to count the cost. You have to count the cost. If you are not counting the cost and you think this truth is all about cookouts, you think this truth is all about just, making music, or you think this truth is about being seen or being the #1 camp, or, your elders and your bishops, if you think this truth is about getting money and lust and how many wives you could get, then you're going to be in for a rude awakening. You will be in for a rude awakening. You have to count the cost to magnify the name of Yahweh Ba'ashmi Rashad. We may be in these FEMA camps, man. You may be by yourself. Have that cell number. Have that that number that they give you, man. And they may call you out one by one. You might be in there 10 days. You might be in there until the Most High deliver. You never know, man. But the #1 thing that you do is you call upon the name of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashmi Rashad. You wait on his mercy, but in your mind, you have to be willing and ready to die for the truth. Right? That's the mentality that you have to have, knowing that in this world, this is a corruptible world. This is a temporal world. This is a world full of vanities, man. This is a world full of mirages and deception. Knowing that you have a world to come wherein is immortality. And you don't want to lose that, because you got weak in those days, man. And you got faint-hearted. All right, let's get one more. Let's go to Psalms chapter 62. Right? I might have to find a new spot. Esau, we're trying to come out the woodworks now. Trying to see what's going on in the spirit. Right? The Psalms chapter 62 and 5. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. I shall not be moved. And you can't be moved, man. You can't be double-minded in those days. You can't be, well, what do I do? How did I get here? All these matters, you have to be fully resolved in your mind that Yahweh Ba'ashmi Rashad is going to deliver you, and/or you have to be willing and ready to die. And you shall not be moved, man. You can't be moved, man. Your legs getting weak and you're throwing up. Hey, guess what? You have to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashmi Rashad. But with that, we're going to close up, giving, of course, all honor and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashmi Mashiach Wamalak Yahushai. You're thrown in a FEMA camp. What should you do? You call upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashmi Rashad. Be fully resolved in your mind to be steadfast in the faith and be willing and ready to die. Do not trust in man, but trust in the Most High. With that, Yahweh Ba'ashmi Rashad, Barakatham, Kwam Yashala.